Okay, traders, first and foremost, I'd like to welcome everybody to the presentation today. My name is Sean Kozak. I'm one of the founders of Arc AI. I'm the lead systems architect for all of the development and the strategies that get put out. I'm really excited to have you guys here today. We got a lot of new traders in here that have basically expressed that they're new to automated systems. They're still struggling, which is always great. That's why we're in business. We're here to help everybody kind of learn the ropes, use effective tools, and make as much money as possible. Some experienced traders in here. I do see a lot of familiar faces, a lot of names, regulars. So welcome back. This is going to be an amazing event. The audience is quite large today, so just a couple groundkeeping rules. I am recording the event, and we always send out those recordings post production. So if you want to watch a replay, you can get access to it today, and then you can follow up with any questions if you need be. I don't tend to read the chat, guys, when I'm presenting, just due to the fact that there's just so many people in here and I got to stay on topic. So if you could do me a favor and just be patient, we will allow some time for Q&A at the end of the webinar. If my team's able to answer those questions during the event, then by all means, put it in the chat box. So just note that if I don't reply, I'm not ignoring you. Okay, guys, I do care about helping you and getting your questions answered. So, but before I go any further, who in here is trading for prop firms? And who in here is a scalper? I want to know if you are prop firms, right? Scalpers, day traders. I just want to kind of understand how many of you guys are in here, scalpers and day traders. Scalpers, day traders, and prop firm traders in here. Okay. How many of you guys trading for Top Step, Apex, One Up, Earn to Trade, all of that stuff? Yeah. Great. The reason I'm I'm asking this question first is this is exactly what we've done with this high frequency scalping algorithm. We do a lot of events, right? A little bit of a backstory here before we get into the disclaimer, and I promise you I'll get right into the meat because this is going to be a very refreshing presentation. Is that we do a lot of development. We build a lot of systems. We've got a lot of strategies and we've got a lot of indicators. And that's just our mandate, right? Like we build software for traders, for companies, for funds, family offices, retail, prop, you name it. Everybody's buying software from us, right? And we see threads of common similarities in the industry. We have a lot more traders that are always requesting scalping algorithms, day traders, more activity, right? In reality, it's because most of them are trading for prop firms. Really big trending systems. There's certain things that require you to hold on to the whole trade for the day. It's not really built for prop trading. Just knowing that you get the trailing drawdowns and all those things that come in that play a factor in getting kicked out of the evals and such. And a lot of traders don't like being in the market for long periods of time. How many of you guys can relate with that? You like to be in, you make your money, get out, quick, easy, quick, profitable targets, boom, boom, in and out, right? Most people's temperament is geared that way. Over the years, I've seen a lot of traders try to pretend that they can just hold on for the whole day and, that the emotions are okay, but that's not really the reality, right? The reality is most day traders like to be in, get out, move on, right? And not all systems are designed to do that, right? Not all strategies are equipped to do that. And we spend a lot of time trying to look at simplistic approaches, more complicated approaches. And we've really found that simplicity is key. Sometimes the most simplest setups with the right filters can be very, very powerful. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about high frequency scalping. The performance today is nothing short of insanely incredible. And I'm going to show you why I'm saying that is because we tested it on so many more markets. This system has so many more templates that we were able to produce. So it's a big breath of fresh air that you'll be able to trade anything with this system, and that's exciting. Okay, so let's get into this, guys. I want to cover a quick disclaimer. Can you guys do me a favor and just type a Y in the chat box that you agree to the risk disclaimer here so we can move forward? I can't guarantee you anything. I'm not your broker, CTA. I don't have any performance guarantees, past, present, or future, et cetera, right? We all know it. if you are trading, place it at your own risk. And we're here for educational and software purposes only. Yeah. Great. So I'm just going to lead with a can of Whoopass. We've built this system across every single futures market that matters: S&P, NASDAQ, gold, you name it, oil. Like we were able to build something that is just crushing it across everything that we touch. And what's unique about this is that I chose to focus more on the high frequency side of this, just due to the fact that I'm a scalper by nature. I don't like to be in trades for long periods of time. I like to be in the market for quick scalps, be in and out. And when I seen this, I was like, holy shit, really? Like, this is amazing. So I basically asked the team to put together, I know Jeff kind of went a bit overkill. He produced templates for every single market that we have, which is great. So if you're a crude trader, a gold trader, an S&P trader, an NASDAQ trader, anything, we've got a template for you, because every time we put this on every market, it was crushing it. And we're talking 4 profit factors. We're talking anywhere between 5 to 10 trades a day in the morning sessions. Like, we're talking a lot of activity, very clean setups. The uniqueness of it, it's just a 2-bar pattern, for Christ's sakes. It's just a simple, quick algorithm 2-bar pattern, but we've added certain types of filters to it. We have a few different filters in the engine that allow us to use volatility, momentum, and trend. So we're using a combination of different filters, which is really what's making the system so profitable. Is we've been able to put some put some lipstick on the pig, so to speak, and we really found a really good combination. So I don't know about you guys, but I mean, if you're making 13 grand in a month with a $600 drawdown, that's pretty freaking impressive, right? I mean, that's exceptionally impressive with a 90% hit rate, right? So I don't know where you're at. I know some of you said you're struggling. I know you're not here to waste time, and by all means, I'm not here to waste your time. And I also know that a lot of people buy shit they're not happy with. How many of you guys can relate with that? Yes or no? You buy something, you're like, well, that didn't work. Or I buy something, you're like, let's face it, like, as a consumer, whether you're buying trading software or you're buying electronics at the store, or there's always something that isn't perfect, right? And so the last thing we want to do is give you a reason to feel buyer's remorse. And so what we do is we have a team of development professionals. We also have a team of template professionals. And what we do is we take the development and we combine it with our ambassador team. And now our ambassador team, all they're doing is building templates all day long for our algos. And we bring together the team. Jeff's got a little team going where we're putting a bunch of heads together to find the best parameters and the best consistency for all of our traders. And then we give those templates to our members, right? So how many of you guys would agree that you just want more winning trades and you want to make a hell of a lot more money? Yes or no? You want to make a whole lot more winning trades and you want to make a shit ton more money. Right. I just want to. I'm a straight shooter, guys. You guys. If you've never been to one of my webinars, I don't have time for fluff or special marketing jargon. I don't have any time for that shit. Right. I'm here to give you the bare bones. You want to make more money, and you want to do it with less drawdown, and you want to do it consistently. Right. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to address the new guys in here. And the reason I'm pointing these out, I mean, I'm just trying to showcase a very high profit factor, a very high net profit, very low drawdowns, very high win rates, consistency across every single hour of the morning, consistency across the days that we're trading, because it's all about consistency. Okay. So a couple things for the newbies in here. A lot of traders say, well, why should I look to automate? Well, we have data that proves that most traders that automate their systems make a lot more money. Not all traders automate. There's a lot of advantages to it. You can increase your efficiency and execution, help remove the emotions. You can basically build your strategy based on data rather than a whim, right? How many of you guys have ever been caught trying to trade, building your strategies out, manually, thinking, okay, here's a great setup, and then subjectivity creeps in, and you overthink things to a point where you're lying to yourself, because everything you see is, oh, there's a good trade and there's a good trade. Well, that's not really good trading, because um, the reality is the human brain will play tricks on us. Automation don't play tricks on you. Like, you back test a strategy, it's going to give you the data. You optimize a strategy, it's going to give you the data. I've always believed in a data backed approach because it gives you evidence that you would no longer find elsewhere, right? Um, Another thing too is it's just mechanical, right? I find, like, over the years, even the best traders are not 100% mechanical. Like, they're always going to creep in and they're going to step in and overstep a trade. Next thing you know, they sabotaged a winning trade, and then they basically didn't remove a losing trade. And it's just, even experience can, be the red herring of the reality. So I don't know if any of you guys are struggling with some of these manual problems. I know a lot of traders face them, but I can assure you this, that automation is going to be the solution for that, which is why we're here. Okay. And what's nice is that everything's pre-built for you. You don't got to do anything. You just need to learn the settings and then just use the systems. We spend so much time pre-building all of that you don't have to do the heavy lifting. Okay. Now, what separates us from everybody else, and I mean everybody else, is that we're the only developer in the business that built, give me a second here, let me show you. We're the only developer in the business that has built this. Okay. And what is this? Well, every strategy that we code, it comes with the signal, which is this right here, right? There's a signal that's your entry. But it's all this stuff down here that really makes profitable systems. And there's a whole lot more. I just don't have enough space on the screen to take a screenshot to share it with you, but I can share with you this, right? Profitable trading with strategies and execution algos is not just about the signal. The signal is this. It's only 1/10 of what makes a system profitable. What makes the system profitable, okay, is all of the other stuff that nobody's paying attention to, which is ultimately, the sizing, the risk sizing, the stops and target variations, right? The type of targets, when you're trading the systems, the money management behind it. This is a huge part of profitability right here. This stuff right here. These are what we call the filters, right? Trend, momentum, all of the things that go into this. And a lot of people put so much time on the entry, but they don't realize that it's the exit that gets you paid, right? Exactly, Frank. It's the exit that gets you paid. And most people don't have clean exits because they don't have good filters. They don't have the stops and targets dialed in. They don't understand the temperament of their market. And there's no way that you can buy a black box and do that. Like, there's no way you can just buy an algorithm and do that. You have to have an engine that does that. And so what we've done is we've ultimately built what we call the Arc Core engine. And you benefit from this because every automated system that we produce comes with it. And it's just what we do, right? We've restructured NinjaTrader's infrastructure for automation, and you don't only get the signals, you get the entire war chest, which is everything that my team does to build profitable templates. So when you see those results, it's not just because of the pattern. The pattern is what cues the entry. It's because we spend months doing all the testing using all the different variations, and you benefit from that. Okay. So how many of you guys think that's a pretty good trade-off, right? You come in here, you learn some things, you let my team of experienced algo professionals do all the heavy lifting, and you get to come in and basically make money. Make sense? I think it's a pretty goddamn good trade-off. Right? Right. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is, let's get into this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few things. I'll read the bullets after, but I want to address a couple things here, okay? So what we're doing, you're going to see some shorts here. It's a 2-bar pattern. We're going to get into those 2-bar patterns in a second. But what we're doing here is there's 3 filters that you may not see here. And the first one is the momentum filter. So we're looking for momentum crosses. And the reason we're doing the momentum crosses first is because ultimately what we're doing is we're trying to signal when the trend will change before it happens. We've been able to dial down momentum that we can predict when the trend is changing before it changes. Most traders are waiting for a structure break to break. We can see that the trend is changing here based off this rule. Okay. Now, what we're doing, okay, in this is we're looking at trend directional changes through momentum before the trend changes. We're also looking for volatility step movement. So you can see this zigzag yellow line. This is volatility movement, which means you could have a trend, but unless the volatility is moving in that direction, it's not going to move unless it breaks out of consolidation, which is why you'll see the step happens here, it drops, and then it flatlines here for a bit, and then it breaks. So what we do is we look for one, which is the momentum, two, we look for volatility, and then three, we confirm it with trend. And then when all that happens and all things align, we wait for the 2-bar close flip, which is a 2-bar closing pattern, wait up, close, down, close, flip, when all those filters are aligned and we get a really badass trade. Now, you could trade this without all these extra filters and probably come up with some pretty cool variations. But I promise you this, that like we've already dialed it in and it's really, really good. So, you could go and try to redo the wheel if you want, but do it on your own time. Don't come in and use the system and try to reinvent something that we've already found to be very profitable. Just take it and run with it. I just want to make sure you understand what's under the hood. Does that make sense? Now, these patterns are basically coming from an up close, down close pattern flip with variable range bars. So not Renkos, not range. Let me explain this. If you have a Renko or a range chart, okay, every bar is the same size. So a flip is a flip. Like it's you get an up candle, you get a down candle, it's a reversal, it's a flip trade, right? But when you have a variable range candles, where let's say you got a small candle and then you got a really big candle and then you got a medium sized candle, the relationship to an up close, down close, or a down close, up close is very different. It tells a different story when your candle patterns are different sizes on the wicks and the ranges of the bodies. So I would not try to trade this on Rankos or range charts. I would try to trade this on time, volume, or tick. We've dialed it in for time because it's very effective and is very accurate for the testing. But I just want to kind of give you some ammunition so you understand if you're going to drive a Porsche, at least respect the engine. You know what I mean? So a couple things while I was explaining that, you could have done your reading on the left-hand side. These are just all of the benefits of what the Algo provides. 100% automated. You can scalp this. Predominantly, it's for scalping and day trading. It is a directional scalping system, but because of its activity, you don't need to be in a trending market. You just need to be on the right side of momentum, volatility, and trend in a very short manner. Everything is based on algo-based stops and targets. It auto-adapts the trading plan, so your stops and targets are auto-adaptive, and you can use it on any time frame. Really, it just depends on how much time you want to spend testing it. All of our testing has been done on the 1-minute chart, so it is a scalping nature. Okay, and I will say this again: this whole system was designed for scalping more activity. So you're going to get a lot more trade action, which is nice because when you know the trades are quick in and outs, you kind of get excited for that. I know I do. I like to see activity quickly and be done in the first hour or two of the day. How many of you guys would agree with me that if you could get in, make your money in an hour or two and be done, that's a pretty successful morning? Yes, I would say so. Exactly. So let's jump into this. Here's an example of the quick targets. You can see how quick the scalps are. Right? You can see how quick the frequency is. I mean, you're going to ride on both sides of that. You're going to ride on both trends. So even if this isn't really a trending market, but it's still capturing the direction of small trends, big trends, and oscillating markets. You won't see trades when the market's really tight consolidating because you won't have the volatility step and the filters. But I mean, you're going to get a lot of activity on both sides of the market. Even in small trends, you're going to have the movement, which is going to be nice for day trading. Okay. Now, I want to talk about entry types. There's two types of entries. It'll just be based off of your preference. We have a bar close entry and we have an intra-bar entry. Bar close entries can be very positive. but just depends on the way the market moves. We have templates that test both. So we do have templates that use intrabar. We do have templates that trade bar close. A bar close entry will only work against you if the entry signal bar is very large. So if you end up getting a signal and the second bar in the pattern is one wickedly big candle range, that's the only time it's going to work against you. But we don't see that happening too much on 1 minute charts, which is why we keep it on 1 minute, right? If you were to go up on bigger time frames, it could be quite maybe a different scenario. I haven't tested it on other time frames, but we've been able to see very good efficiency on the 1 minute charts, right? So just know that the algorithm allows you to enter on two different variables within the settings. Okay. Now, the way that we do stop losses is very unique because we use an algo based stop, which means the market is changing, which means your stop loss is auto dynamic. This is what makes our systems different, is that we're actually able to understand the movement of the market. So if the market is moving and it's giving you bigger candles, your stop loss will adjust to that. If the market's consolidating tightly, your stop loss will get smaller, and you have the ability to have offsets in your stop losses or use an algo based stop. It really depends. All of our system templates have already been pre-configured, so you don't need to change them. So my recommendation would be, just know this is good information, but don't go in there and try to reinvent the wheel, right? Let the system templates do what they were designed to do. And if you want to go in and create a new template for yourself, you can, but do it on the weekend, right? Do it on the evenings when the market's closed. On the weekend, you want to do some more back testing, but don't go in during live markets and start tweaking things right out the gates. It's not necessary. Okay. So there's really only two patterns, and it's a 2-bar flip. The only difference is that it's only going to work on variable range bars because we don't want flip trades happening on equal range candles. There's no story to it. A variable range candle with a down up reversal or an up down reversal will ultimately tell a different story. And the reason for that is because closing prices have a lot more bearing on variable range bars. If you have a time based chart, a tick based chart, or a volume based chart, the close of the second bar will normally signal the inducement. And when you have a down pattern and an up close, and then you have an up pattern and a down close, that up or down bar that was in bar number one is normally going to be the market priming the pump for a move, or at least a good pop in the next direction. And so it's a very quick 2-bar scalp. It's when you combine this pattern, if you didn't use filters, you would have 100 trades a day. Like you can't use this system without filters. Like this system was not designed to just take every up down close. Like that's insane. It would not work. When you use the up down close with strategic filters, it's extremely profitable. Like it's more profitable than any other scalping system we've built. Right? We built a lot of systems. We haven't built a lot of scalping systems. We built a few, but this one is definitely the most active, and it's the most profitable scalping system we have. Right? So the reason we put the filters is because if you don't have them, you could have literally I've seen templates. I don't know if Jeff's here, but I mean, we could have like 50 trades in a day, right? Like, I mean, it gets pretty extreme, right? And so we put the right filters in so that you don't have to be, taking extreme amounts of trades, but the ones that matter. Okay. Now, money management is a unique decision. We have cutoffs and we have pop-up warning messages that come in if you've hit your drawdown limit or if you've hit your max goal or your max loss. What's unique about this, and this is very important that I address this, is the way our strategy is designed is, I'm going to grab a cursor here, is that one of the things that we built was a money management engine. And the reason this is so powerful is when you use variable range bars, okay, variable range bars, the candle changes, which means your stop loss will change. And when your stop loss needs to be changed, that means your position sizing needs to be changed. Well, that's a big process. If you have to adapt and auto adapt your position sizing every single time you need to take a freaking trade, well, you could make mistakes, or you may not be quick enough. You may not have your math right. And nobody can do that on the fly and still trade effectively. Your brain would shut down. What we do is we have what we call a dollar risk amount value. All you have to do is tell the system how much you want to risk. Our strategy will automatically adapt the stops to adjust your position sizing based off the candle pattern. You do not need to change anything. So if you have if let's say the pattern gives you an up close and then a down close, which is a really big pattern, and your stop loss is here, versus an up close and then a down close, which means your stop loss is here, the risk for this one is greater than the risk for this one, which means it's still going to be $500. It's just your size, maybe 2 contracts here, but maybe 10 contracts here. Our software will automatically adapt that. You don't have to think. You just need to think, okay, I want to risk $100 a trade. I want to risk $300 a trade. The only thing is that by law, we're not allowed to pre-program this because ultimately we don't know your risk and we don't know your tolerance. So you're going to have to decide how much you want to risk. Just go into the algo and set your money management. You just need to adjust the quantity risk value. And we can show you that in tomorrow's AMA. I think Jim and Jeff are going to be doing an AMA tomorrow. And we'll teach you how to plug those in. You could literally do it in less than 20 seconds and you'll be all set. Okay. But this was a huge improvement to the systems because it allows you to not have to think about your money management. You just plug your risk metrics in and you can just trade. Right. So how many of you guys are with me so far? You know, take a second, you want to stand up, do a couple push-ups, grab a coffee, grab a beer, wherever you are in the world. I don't know. How many of you guys are with me so far? Right. You guys are good. Does everything that I've said make sense to you? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. So we like to reward people's efforts and attendance and all that. I'm going to run a poll in here. We're going to give away a license. Okay. So ultimately, if you want to win a free license, just know this, we announce the winners by email the following day. So if you want to win a license, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit launch. And if you could do me a favor and just tell me if you want to win, it's there. You need to set yes. If you don't give me yes, you won't be put into the draw. And if you're not put in the draw, well, Lady Luck's not on your side. So, and if you do decide to buy the system before we announce the winners, we will rebate your your purchase. We've done that many times before. And for the one guy that said he doesn't like free things, I'm watching you. I can see you. I know who you are. Perfect. All right, guys, I got enough here. I got over 75% of you guys. Manny, do me a favor. Promise me in the future you'll say, pick me, I always win. When you say you never win, that's the reason why you never win, brother. The law of attraction is going to keep you stuck, right? Say, pick me, I always win, and you'll be the winner, right? I'm going to send an email to the universe. You'll be all set. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end the poll. You guys are good. Perfect. Excellent. All right. Perfect. So let's get into this. I want to show a little bit of a demo here. So I'm going to play this. Let me just turn on the system audio so you can do it. So Jeff filmed a little bit of a demo video here. I'm going to press play on, look here. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to get out, do this. 1 second here. I'm going to get into the video. And where we go. Perfect. So let me know if you can hear this.
Hello traders, Jeff Zimmerman here
Type of
with
Y if
North
you can
Street
hear
Trading
it.
Academy and ARC AI. Just want to give you a quick overview of the all-new close flip algo, or CFA as we like to call it. You'll see a few trades in action, and then we'll recap when the trades are done. Here we go. Take a look.
Now, just a fair warning, this is only using a trend filter for the simplicity of the demo. Okay. It's the button with the sideways triangle. Yeah, exactly. So just a couple things here. You'll see there's only an EMA on here for the purpose of the video. We're just doing that to demonstrate the execution of the algo. We'll show you the filters in the other environments. We'll give it a second to take some trades here.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Quick scalps. Very quick, in and out. Give it a second here. Going to wait for the 2-bar pattern.
Order submitted.
Bing, bang, boom. Quick scalps.
Order canceled.
Very fast, very clean, easy trades.
Okay, we'll stop it there. A couple of nice trades on the short side for back-to-back winners. They happen pretty quick because this is set up for quick scalp trades, but you can also set it up for larger trades, whatever fits your trading style. Okay, so let me break this down. So what it's doing here, you can see we're in a downtrend. It's looking for a certain pattern. And so pattern happens here, it happens here. But it'll only take a trade if everything's lined up, trend, momentum, several other factors. When that happens, the algo takes immediate action and gets in and captures the move. Even if the pattern occurs, if the conditions aren't right, it won't enter the trade. Okay, so now let's look at the long side. Let's start up the video again. So I'll resume the video and recap the trades when they're done. So here we go.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
Shane says this is awesome.
Okay, there we have it. Back-to-back winners on the long side. A couple of really nice trades. It's the same thing here, just in the other direction. Hello, traders. Jeff Zimmer.
I'm going to bring this over here, guys. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to show you something here.
Letting the software.
So let me show you something. You're going to notice here that every single pattern that hit looked differently. It's because variable range candles are always different. The up close to the down close relationship is it never looks the same on every single pattern. And this is why filters matter, because when you have an up close, down close on different sized bars, every single 2-bar pattern is a different setup. And this is and this is on a 2-minute. Yeah, Renee, we have it on 1 minute and 2 minutes charts. Yeah, we have a couple templates on the 2 minutes too. Yeah, but most of them are on the 1 minute. You'll see in the demo. But I just want to let you know that you're going to be able to see, you won't be able to see the same pattern 3, 4, 5 times because every pattern looks different, because every up close, down close is different. And that's the uniqueness of this system, is that, if you don't have the filters, you can only imagine you get an up close, a down close, up close, down close every single way. It's when you combine it with the right momentum, trend, and volatility steps. I'm telling you, man, like, we just get clean scalps all day long. So many that you have to have the filters, right? You have to have the filters. Now I'm going to show you some examples of some real action here. So this is the high frequency template in motion. Literally 8 trades in a 2-hour period. Every single one of them hit targets because of the in and out nature. You're in and you're out. And you're going to see the stops and targets are slightly different for each of them. It's because of the algo based stop. So if the candle pattern gives you a slightly larger stop, then your target's going to be slightly a little bit larger. If you have a tighter stop, your targets are going to be tighter, but your risk is going to be the same. Your money management is going to be the same, right? Because that's the key. Your stop size and your targets are not what's more important than your position sizing, as long as your algo is auto dynamic, right? Now this is, I mean, if we didn't have the filters, like, you'd have a whole lot more trades in here, but this is definitely more active template. Now here's another example. This is another example, different market. I think the other one was on the S&P. Yeah, S&P 1 minute. Here's the NASDAQ on a 2 minute, right? So there was 9 trades, 7 out of the 9 hit targets in 2 hours. Like 9 trades in 2 hours, guys. Like that's, yeah, well, we have that Sal on the templates here. I'm going to show you that in a second, because drawdown is important, right? So, but I mean, how many of you guys wouldn't love to make 8 trades in a 2-hour period, hit targets on every single one of them, right? How many of you guys would love to take 9 trades, 7 out of 9 winners? Like, that's pretty amazing, right? Exactly, right? But you're not going to have that on every type of system. Most systems don't do that because most systems aren't designed for that. That's the difference between the scalping algos versus a day trading algo versus an intraday swing. So if you're somebody that wants to be in and out for quick targets and like, you know, you want to trade 10 accounts with a prop firm and scale that quickly, like you only need an hour every day, guys. Like it's literally, this is why we built it. You only need an hour. 1 hour can get you freaking 5 to 10 trades. Like, right. It's quite impressive. So let's talk about that, right? Like, you know, you can see here, I've got a couple different templates. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to just draw this because I need it. There we go. So I'm going to go and drag my cursor. So what you're seeing here is just a whole lot of greatness. Why? Because our team never ceases to impress. We've got crude oil over here. We've got gold. We've got the NASDAQ on a 2 minute. We've got the ES on a 1 minute. We've got the MNQ on a 1 minute. We got the MES on a 1 minute. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different markets. We got gold, micro gold on a 1 minute. Every single one of these is using this algo, and it's all for the last month. So, I mean, you can see the performance here. I mean, this is up and to the right. Look at the performance on the days. This is key. Like this one here, you only had 1 losing day in 4 weeks, right? Same thing here, 1 losing day in 4 weeks. Look at last week was massive, right? On the NQ2. The reason we went to the 2 minute on the NQ, it's a pretty fast market, right? And, you know, like take a look at this, like what, like a small loser here, little teeny loser here. The size of those losers is a hell of a lot smaller than the size of those winning days, guys. That's the key, right? That's the key, right? Up and to the right, up and to the right. Okay. And I mean, look at this. This is a template on MGC. Like if you're a gold trader, we have an amazing template for gold. That's a 4 profit factor. Somebody asked about the drawdown. We had 100 trades taken in a month period, less than a month. Okay. We had 13,000 in profit, $600 drawdown. Like, how many of you guys see that? That is, wow. With a 90% hit rate. In and out, quick targets. Really fast scalps, right? So, you know, and gold, like that's gold. Like it's a lot of trades for gold. Gold's not as good as the NASDAQ, but I'm telling you, like these are big trades on the NASDAQ. This right here on the gold is a hitter here. This here on crude oil. Crude's a tough market, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Crude is a more difficult market. Not as many traders trade crude as they do the S&P or the NASDAQ, right? Mainly just due to it's an energy market. And well, the risk and reward is different on every single template. So the average risk would be anywhere between 0.5 to 1.5. It just depends on the market. I know Jeff's built different templates, so you'll get all of them, Rouse, so you can load them all and take a look. Yeah. But how many of you guys would like to? Oh, Neon, great question. I would argue, Jeff, did you test volume charts versus time, or did you just spend all your time on time on time?
I think we took a quick look at that, but we were, you know, the minute charts really work, so we just stuck with that really.
Sure. I can't use the word guarantee. It's against the law, right? But I can promise you that if somebody tests a volume chart on this system, it's going to get a lot of trades because you're going to get an up close, down close, right? But what's nice about minute charts is that time is static and time is very accurate with their back tests. Very accurate back tests with time charts because time is a static variable. And so most platforms that do testing is on time-based charts. But I would love for us to produce a volume template, and we can give it to you. Jeff, if you get your guys to produce a volume template in the next couple of days, send it into the group because, yeah, what more do you need? Exactly, Brad. 4 profit factor, 90% hit rates. How many of you guys would like to see performance like this in your business? Right? I don't know about you, but I sure as hell do. Right. And what's nice about this is that it's not all some fancy, you know, crazy system. You just turn it on, let it run. Right. So that's it. It doesn't get much more simpler than that, guys. I like to keep things short, sweet, and neat. And, you know, how many of you guys, tomorrow Eastern, yeah, ask me anything. It's going to be a deep dive on the system. We're going to go through all the settings. We're going to load it. We're going to go over the markets. We're going to show you how to tweak and do the things you need to do with it. You don't have to change anything, but if you want to change your money management or if you want to change any of that, time of day, time zones, that type of stuff, we want to make sure that you're up and running. Yeah. If you own products, if you own a product from us, be sure to log in first before purchasing. That's always good to know. I didn't know that. Yeah. Perfect. Great. It works on Ninja right now, Daniel. Yeah, it works on Ninja. Excellent. Okay. Well, a lot of you guys have answered that poll. That's great. Thank you for that. Yeah, let's leave it at that, guys. You know, we're right on the hour here, and we've been able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, get everybody done within 1 hour and out the door. Everybody can go on and enjoy the rest of their evening. Tomorrow's a big day, guys, in the market. Why? Because every day is big when you have a system that produces lots of trades. There's always going to be movement. There's always going to be a setup, right? You don't need a lot of attention on this one, Richard. It's a pretty simple 2-bar flip. Just take the template that you want to run on the algo that you want in terms of the market. Like if you want to trade NASDAQ or crude or gold, right? Yeah, anybody here in the military always gets a discount, James. Just shoot an email in and let them know that we've authorized it. Yeah, got your back, James. Thank you for your service. Yeah. All right, guys, I think that's it. Did I earn lunch here? Can I go for a lunch break? I think so, eh? Fantastic. I hope you guys see you well. James is looking for an email. Email for who? Support or? Yeah, just send an email into support and we'll get you squared away on that. Yep. We announce the winner tomorrow, Manny. Thanks, Al. Appreciate you, brother. Okay. Take care, guys, and we will see you on the next event. See you on the flip side. Yep. Take care, guys. Oh, get you guys to post the link one more time. If you guys could post the purchase link. And thanks, Daniel. Yeah, Jim's getting pretty good at his PowerPoints. Gotta give guy credit. Yeah, Jim's getting pretty badass on those PowerPoints. Appreciate you. Have a good day, guys. Be well. God bless. Take care.